Hey Fit family. I've kind of had the same question come up quite a bit, or different versions of the same question, and I just wanted to make a quick video just giving some tips and advice from my own personal experience in dealing with this question of what do I do if I have a significant other who is not 100% on board with this healthy lifestyle change. Now, before I go into those tips, let me tell you first, I love my husband to pieces. He has been so supportive with my changes and what I need to do to reach my own goals and whatnot. But when it comes to him making those changes with me, not so much. And I know a lot of people always complain, well, I don't want to have to make 2 different meals. So I'm going to kind of give you some tips to avoid having to do all of this extra work. Now, some tough love. You cannot force your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever, to do anything they don't want to do. And I know some of you are not going to want to hear this, and that's fine. But let me tell you, in life, you cannot force anyone to do anything. We all make our own choices. So please, please try these tips. Try to slowly, gradually get them on board instead of nagging and guilting and pushing them into anything, because chances are it's not going to work. Okay, so number 1, take baby steps. You do not have to go through your house and throw every single bit of junk food away. You do not have to completely restock your cupboards and your pantry with all of these health foods that he's never even heard of. No, don't do that. Take baby steps. This will help you too. Trust me, it will make the transition for you a lot easier. Some tips and advice on, or details on kind of doing that, some things that I did. The famous Jessie phrase that I get all the time. We are a meat and potatoes family. We are from Minnesota. Meat and potatoes is what we eat every single night. Okay. So what I do is, and what I kind of started with is I said, okay, we're just going to cut back. And so 3 nights out of the week, or 3 days, whatever, we can have meals that have white potatoes. And then for the others, we're going to have something else on the side, whether it be, I have this really awesome sweet potato or spicy sweet potato recipe that he likes, brown rice, whatever. Granted, you're not wanting to completely cut out grains, but this is what I did. So, and now we're to the point where we're only having them once or twice. And you know, it's been over kind of a two-year period, so it's been a long time, but that's just what's worked for us. And now, of course, if you make white potatoes, you can choose not to eat them too. That's another thing. Okay, what else have I done with pastas? I know some of you might want to cut out greens completely, but a lot of people come to me and say, well, what about spaghetti, hot dish, things like that? Those are so easy. I have kids. How can we completely cut those out? My husband or my wife loves them. One thing that I did was, and I had actually gotten this tip from one of my girls that was in my accountability groups, and that was, first, instead of switching right over to whole grain, because I know people are scared of whole grain, it tastes different, I bought brown rice pasta, and I tell you what, you cannot tell the difference. I don't care what anyone says, you just can't. And he didn't really notice, and he didn't really make a fuss about it, and so that's what we had for a really long time. And then eventually, I just kind of moved into whole grain pasta, and he really hasn't said anything. And it's because I did it over kind of a long span of time. I got him used to eating healthier versions of different things. Now, I would love to be able to move to quinoa instead of even whole grain pasta. I've tried spaghetti squash. He hates it, so I know that if I'm going to do that, it's going to be that's for me, and he's still going to have his normal pastas, whatever. But that's just kind of a little transition that I've made with that. Sorry, my battery's running low. Now, step number 2, or advice number 2, is try different clean eating or healthy recipes. Keep it interesting. Keep him you know, kind of excited. Oh, what are we gonna have tonight? My favorite site is thegraciouspantry.com. She has everything broken down into, you know, crock pot, 5-minute recipes, beef, pork, turkey, chicken, whatever. Go on there, look through it, find recipes that are really going to appeal to him. If, you know, it's someone that you live with and have eaten meals with and cooked for a long time, you know what he or she likes. So find meals that are going to kind of center around things that they like and make them and keep it interesting and keep it exciting. And then when you do find something that they enjoy, like I know there's a lot of crock pot recipes that Jesse's really liked, make them often. You know, you might be eating the same meal 2 to 3, 4 times a month, whatever, once a week. Who cares? At least at this point, you're getting healthier meals, healthier dinners, whatever meals it is that you're eating together. So find what they like, try different things, keep it interesting. That's really helped with us. Jesse likes to come home, hey, what are you making? And he likes to know, you know, if I've tried something different. Granted, he knows that it's something, you know, with ingredients that he likes. I've tried kind of taboo things, you know, like the whole mushroom burger instead of regular burgers, and that kind of stuff didn't go over too well, but we kind of had a laugh about it, and it was funny, and we still joke about it. So just keep it interesting, keep trying different things. You don't have to have baked chicken breast every single night. Switch it up, find things that he's going to like, and then make those things, continue to make them for you guys. Tip number 3, if you are like us, where a lot of times you end up just having a protein and a veggie and then some type of, you know, potato or grain or whatever, don't take that grain yourself. If you're trying to cut back on those things, no one says you have to take it. So you're not making anything extra, you're not making 2 different things, but instead eat a little bit more protein, because that's going to keep you full for longer anyways. And then fill half of your plate with veggies. You know, that's a general rule that a lot of people follow. Protein, half your plate veggies. You don't have to grab those grains. One thing that I do now is I will set a certain number of days for myself where I can, or even say I can only have grains or wheat once a day. And so if I've had it for breakfast or lunch, then at supper, that's what I do. As I just load up on the veggies, load up on whatever protein it is we're having, and that's that. Sometimes, you know, I'll cut up an avocado. Not really that much extra work. So there's nothing saying just because you make something for your spouse that you have to put that on your plate too. That's just an excuse, my friend. Sorry, but it is. You don't have to have it just because it's there. And then the 4th and final tip is come up with a meal plan together. Sit down every week, Sunday, whatever, and come up with your meal plan together. You know, show him the sites that you use. Oh, here comes my little one. He's going to try and be in the video. Sorry. Make him a part of it. And that way, during the week, he knows what to expect. It's not a surprise that you're having this on Monday night, this on Tuesday night, whatever. Do it together, and then you can kind of decide, okay, Monday night we're having this, Tuesday night maybe is going to be more of a cheat night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we're going to be good, Saturday maybe we're going to go out to eat and have, you know, another cheat meal, whatever. But make him a part of it, and then really talk to him about your goals so he understands why you're doing this. Remind him that you're busy and you don't have time to make 2 separate meals, and so just let him know that you're going to try these different things, and hopefully, I shouldn't just say he, hopefully he or she can be a little more comfortable with this change. Just remember, it can be very overwhelming, and it can be difficult if you don't have the support that you want, but it doesn't make it impossible. So if you have any other questions, I know some of you have been messaging me, feel free to comment below or send me a message to ask more. I hope I didn't ramble, and I know I left some things out, but it's time for me to make supper, so I've got to go.